There's always a theme. No idea what this means yet. Let's take a look. That obeys 4 rules. There are each of these circles down the bottom obeys a rule. I'm assuming... Oh, interesting. So, ending in a square is probably this. Starting in a circle is probably this. As for the other two, I mean, there's just who knows what's going on. So let's take a look at the next bit. Circle to square, and I've avoided the triangle. Yeah, don't touch the triangle. We don't like the triangles. Okay. Didn't like that. Do you always have to go around the edge? That's my next thought. Okay, do you always have to go around the edge? Didn't like that. Oh, interesting. So you can't touch the triangle. Let's take a look at that. So I did touch the triangle on one side. Now on that I touched the triangle on 2 sides. That I touched the triangle on 1 side. So this uses 5 out of 6. This uses 5. This uses 7. So it's going to be an odd number, because that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's an odd number. Okay. Good evening, Caters, and good evening, GM. Have no fear that I won't be able to solve anything because they're here. They'll be able to help me work everything out. Interesting. What is going on? I haven't worked out these 2 rules at all, have I? Maybe it's number of turns. Because I had 2 turns in that one, 1 turn in that one. Didn't like that. Maybe it's turns only. It can't just be turns only at corners, because it doesn't like that. Well, I can look at this next one and have a play. So that obeys rule 4 but not rule 3. So this rule is don't go through the triangle. So I know what this rule is. What is this 4th rule? Whoops. That does obey rule 4. Whatever is going on, it obviously it goes through a... I don't know. Oh, that is 0 rules. 0 rules. Okay. Interesting. Why has that worked? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns in it. But why? Did that... Law and Order. Yes, indeed. Did that confirm, Catus and or GM and or Foggy, did that confirm that that one over there? Can you go outside? Nope. Nope. Confirms it. Okay. So, rule 1, start in the circle. Rule 2, enter the square. Rule 3, don't go through the triangle. What is rule 4? Hint, please. Squares. So no 2x2 square has... Okay, no 2x2 square has... There's no full 2x2 square. But that... Why does that not work for this one then? Because there's no 2x2 squares in that, I would have said. Oh, it was looking so good as well. that third rule can't be doesn't go through a triangle, because that's not lit up. That's interesting. Oh no. Oh dear. That does. That doesn't. Interesting. But that doesn't. Okay. So that... So, because there's no two... There's no two... That's fine. So why? So that it liked. Would it like it going the other way around? It would. Okay, so that's symmetrical. Whatever it is, it doesn't mind that. Okay, so I've got another... So this is the final level where I have to complete it to understand absolutely everything. One and four. Oh! Oh! Oh no. Okay, so I've got it now. I've got it. This triangle has to be left over in a square. So foggy suggestion then. Not sure which one for. I mean, that would leave it in a square. Oh, it's wrong! But whatever's left over must also be a square. So that would do that, because now you're left with ones on their own and a 2x2. Ah! So that's my... Okay, so that's rule 4. Try 3 right, 1 down, 1 left, 1 down. 1 right, 1 down, 3 left. So you can't have... So you can't just have a square on its own. Every unlit area must have a triangle in it. So that's what it is. Thank you. There we go. Each empty area. That's the phrasing, Kate. Every empty area needs a square. It needs a triangle in it, and the empty area must be a square. So that top right is a square, bottom left is a square. Ah, there we go. And that worked for that one. Okay, we're getting there. So that should work. Good. Ooh. That should work. Yes! And we click on the star and feel better about ourselves. Okay, that's 4-1, 4-2. What is that? Oh, these must be other worlds that we're coming along to. 4-2. Okay, so you can never forget all those rules that we just came up with. We're going to start again. What's the rule this time? Okay, fine. Don't go through the triangle. Start in the circle. End in the square. Okay, okay. Hello. What about that? Yeah, something to do with the shape of what we're not using, isn't it? So in this one, first one, we had 2. This one we also had 2. Does it have to be a 2? Because that's a 2, you know. What else can I play with? Yeah, didn't like that. Doesn't like that. Think. Triangle must be in a leftover area of 2. That's a leftover area of 2. There's no triangle. So there's got to be a leftover area of 2. It's got to start. Got to go up to start off with then. Is it actually possible to do a left over? Interesting. That's a 1 by 3. Interesting. Is it just in a straight line? If I were to do that, so I think there can only be one leftover area, and it's, again, it doesn't mind that, does it? That's fine. Interesting. Okay. Let's go this way. Let's not go that way. I'm trying to leave a 1 by 3. Maybe it's even a 1 by 4 this time. I mean, that's just going to be terrible. Don't know what I've done there. I like GM's reaction there. Yes, basically. What? I think our leftover must be a straight line. I think that's maybe this 4th rule. So, I mean, oh no. Goodness, I'm just having a hard time drawing a path. It has to go down, doesn't it? Down or up. Oh no, the parity. How does the... Whoops. There. Let's go back to here and then. I'm doing terrible at the parity. Can I leave? I can. I don't have to. Good evening, Meredith. I don't have to finish technically in one of those for when I'm trying. But when I come up with the final solution, I do need to. Sorry, when I come up with the last answer to the puzzle. Forgive me there. So how do I? Then. Any ideas? I think I'm just drawing this very badly. Oh, okay. So it doesn't have to be just one unit. There can be 2 units there, but they're 1 by 3s. That's fine. So don't go through there. Okay. Is it going to be? I don't know. Why did I start with the square? That was brilliant. I mean, I managed to not hit any of the rules. Okay. Okay. How about that? So it's 1 by 2, 1 by 2, and 1 by 2. Okay. Do they all have to touch the outside? No, that's an island. That's an island. Okay, don't have to touch the outside either. Because that's probably going to go up there, but then if that does go up there, then, okay, so that's these 3, but then it would touch that. So that's probably got to be there or there. I'm going to start here, go round here. There's your 1 by 2. Let's have 1 by 2s. I'm going to have another one. Oh, no. How am I going to hit that square? I have to go up here. I think. No, don't do that. And then I have to do that. Okay. How about that? One of them is a different size to the others, but that might work. Yes! I don't think I entirely understand that one. But there we go. One of the main rules is leftover things can only be 1 square wide, but X in a different direction. But I don't quite follow that. But it doesn't matter. I've solved it. 4-3. Oh. What? Oh, Digital, a quarter of a century of months. Good evening, Digital David. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. You've just joined me at a point where I want to lose my mind. What? It's just clicking on one. That obeys all 3 rules. Clicking on just the circle only obeys 1 rule. So is one of the rules don't touch the circles? Who knows? No. No. Interesting. Is it split the grid into half and half? We've got 3 here and 3 here, and they're the same shape as well. I changed my thing. I changed my setup. And I'm not entirely sure I like it. But hey ho. Again, divides it into 2, but then I didn't divide it into 2. I divided it into so circle needs 3. Circle needs 3. And it's got 3 there. It's got 3 there. Okay, so circle needs 3. So if I do that, that's not right. Circle. No. Circle needs 3. There we go. Circle needs 3. Okay. Circles need 3. Can the 3 be in any... I'm assuming it's in an L shape. I'm assuming it's in an L shape, and we will test that out now. Must be in an L shape, because even though circle's got 3 in both of them, it needs to be in the L shape. Okay. If I start there, will that work? No. No, it won't. So how am I going to get the L's? That will go there. Then that is there. Let's start there. So I'm going to put these 3 for that. Yes, and then I end up there. There we go. Okay, so I think we've got the rule. Think we've got it. Just draw. All I have to do is draw it out, but it's surprisingly tricky. This one is tricky. But then I need those 2 on the top right. Where's the best place to start on this one? I think... no. Outside the rectangle. Thank you, Arch. Starting top right. Okay. But then still need to hit those 3. So I could do that and get pretty close. But then I can't touch this one. Because if I go that way, that's definitely wrong. So it has to go down from there. Do that, do that, do that, do that, do that. But then I still need to touch that one and that one. I think that second rule is no 2 circles in the same region. So let's start there. Yeah, irritatingly close, just can't hit that one. Starting in the bottom right is the same as starting in the top right, it's just flipped vertically. It is art, it is exactly that. It is exactly that. The Königsberg bridges, I want to start there. Oh yes, it is. In fact, it is exactly like that. It's all points and nodes and everything. We know that this one I have to go through at some point. I think it'll end up like that, with a Tetris piece like that. I think, or start, of course. Yeah, we can. 3, 3. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, we can have a look at the next one, 8, which surely... Ooh. I was going to say surely it'd be quite easy, but based on how I've already potentially mucked it up, maybe not. Definitely not like that. Oh dear. Oh yeah, this is all kinds of horrendous. Don't do that. Okay. That is a reasonable start. And then I just need to mirror that on this side. Don't I? How? Maybe not. Zooming back a few. Yeah, because you have to go there. Yeah. And then along there. No, now there's 2 places where I have to finish if I were to do that. So let's go up there, but then I must finish. Yeah, no, that's not right. There again, 2 places that I would need to finish. So let's just go along here. And that's that first one done. So I now need to finish in that bottom right corner. And if I do that, I have to finish either here or here. Oh, this is nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Yeah, that's not good. Can't I do the 4 corners then the inside? Well, surprisingly, no. Because it will leave too many, he says, probably. Yeah, too many points where I now need to finish. I need to go up and right and down. I need to finish all of them. So that is if they are on the outside. Though I do think that the 3 circle L's do need to be pointed like that. But you'd have thought that would have been the solution. Have you determined whether you can have any open areas that aren't an L around a circle? I haven't. What is the best way to do that? Probably here. So if I do this, so that's another L shape, but it doesn't have a circle in, so that doesn't obey that rule. They can possibly touch at corners. That doesn't obey everything, so they do have to be I think they have to be L's. So how do we get L's for this one? Doesn't feel possible. Just going to test something. Don't touch the circles. Do not touch the circles. No touching the circles. And that just adds an extra one in that middle there. Is this even possible, this one? If so, what have I misunderstood? Have I got all the things right? Indeed. So if we had that there and we had that there, we would absolutely have to start and stop here, here, and here, which is not possible. Absolutely right, Meredith. So if it was here and here, then there's still a stop there, a stop there. We've created even more stops. So I cannot have understood the rule properly. Interesting. So... let's just have some plays then. Ooh, doesn't like that. Circles are in different regions. That's got to be this one. Don't touch the circles. Circles in different regions. And I reckon put the... So that's one of them in there, but not that one. One leg of the L is longer, so it'd be like okay, so like that. So yeah, no, I don't think so. What's your thought, Catus, then? So, can't do a 1 and a 2, unfortunately. Oh, with 2 sticking out both. So... so we'd have 1 here and 1 here. Okay, so what about that? So does the circle also have to occupy the crux? No, the circle doesn't have to be in the centre. But so it has to be an L. It doesn't have to be 1 by 1. It can be a 2 by 2. So therefore... that should help us fix this. In theory. So well done, Catus, for challenging an assumption that I held. And that's very irritating. Or is it? Yes, it is. So how do we go about doing this? They can't touch. Those two. I'm going to have to end up there if possible. Did I? No, I was 1 off. Okay. Making me feel marginally better. Go over there. Okay, that leaves me with a nice 2 there. That's fine. No. Oh, oh. 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 Oh, that'll work. That'll work. Yay! There we go. Then you got 1L there, 1L there, 1L there, 1L there. Woo! Level 4-3, over and done with. Next one. Are we splitting these evenly? Two in each region. It's not start in a circle and end in a square. Okay. Okay. Okay, and what if I do this? That's not good. Do these have to be squares? 3? No. It likes that, but it doesn't like that. Is that because in this one they are exactly the same? Exactly the same, including where the placement is of the things within it. If I do this, they are not exactly the same because the circle is in the middle there and the square is in the middle there. So I think we have to divide it so that we've got two things that are exactly the same whilst not touching any of them. So, interesting. So my rule wasn't right. Interesting. Something about symmetry. Interesting. Interesting. So the first one was the same as this, just with now we've got an extra line in it. Oh, well. Oh. Now this time it has to be. Right. Okay, at least you're getting the rule. What's the next one? I can see something to do with symmetry. I don't get what any of these rules are, actually, which is interesting. So I think at least one of them must be we're left with the same shape pieces. One of them must be left with the same number of shapes in each piece. But then the other half... Interesting. Oh, yeah, of course it would be that. Does it always have to be 3? That's got 6. That's got 5. Okay. In that case... So there's 4 in each, and they both have a circle and a square, but they're not the same shape. So I think I want them to both be lines, except they can't. No, they can't. No, they can't be. So that's confirmed hollows. Okay. So what if it was an L shape on both of them? So we've got an L shape there. So I've made that one out, and I just need to do that again. Oh dear. It's not right, is it? Because one of them is a 2x2 and one of them's a 1x2. both 3s there, but that hasn't worked. Hint, please, as to the rule, because I'm very close to it. Shapes have to match orientation as well. What do you mean by that? Rotation isn't good enough. So there's a circle above the square, but in circle to the left of the square. Okay. So, whoops, that's the next one. No. You sure? Let's just do that. What? What? Okay, now, why? Why? Oh, I see. So that is a 2x5 and that is a 2x5. Okay. 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 So if I do this, that hasn't worked. But I was hoping, because they're rotationally different. Oh, okay, right. Worth try. I feel like something fun's going to go on with this one. Because how do we match that and that, or that and that, but almost certainly that and that? Because there's a width of 3. So both got a circle and square in. They both have the same number of blocks in, but one is upside down in the other. Let's just try that. It's worth trying that. And it's the rotation that's bad. How do we get it? Because we need a... So it's going to be an L. Okay. Yes. Yes. It's an L. Okay. So we have to start the middle of the L. Then we... Oh, no, that's gone wrong. Let's start here. So we want one L here and one L here, is that right? So we're going to go through there. And that's almost worked apart from that square in the top left. Oh, that's only hit one rule. Oh, those are rotated. No, you're absolutely right. Okay. So that has to go up and that has to go up. But then something has to go... That has to get... But then... Oh, no. Ooh. Okay. Where shall I start? Where's the best... If this is row 1, row 2, row 3, column 1, column 2, column 3. Yeah, they both need to be 3 wide in spots. So this one's got to be 3 wide here, hasn't it? This one's got to be 3 wide here. So what's the shape going to be? So we know that this is going to be row 4, column 6. So it's got to be an elongated L or something like that, or a hook shape or something like that. Row 4, column 6. Row 4, column 1 is the inverse. Okay. Do I start left or down? That's my next clue. Still trying to work out what this shape is going to be. I need to put the shape in twice so that they don't touch, not even diagonally, because I don't think that'll work. Down. Okay. Oh! Is it going to be an S shape? It's going to be an S shape. It's going to be an S shape. There we go. Oh, I should have spotted that ages ago. Pentomino. So it's both the same shape. Right. Okay. So we have to apply all that to this. Hoping it'll be easier. No, because that is rotated, Dan. We've talked about this. This is cheeky. I think this one has to pair with this. If I had to say. Let's just split the grid into two exactly same shapes. I don't see any way of that and that pairing. That and that have to pair. So if that is true, let's just try and draw the shape that I want to start off with. Will that work? No, because I need to have... Is it going to be something like that? It's going to be a larger S, isn't it? It's going to be a larger S of some kind. So, if I do that, and then that, and then that, and then that, and then that ruins everything. Because of this long bit. All you have to do is divide the grid up half and half. We know we need a length of 3 in the middle to connect these two together. 4 can't even be 4 long, so I have to do that. Then that. So if I do that there, that is that. Then 2 down. I don't think I can. No, then 1 down. But then we need 5. No, we need 3. Okay. just going to fill in some stuff. Okay. So I have cut off that bottom one. So that's... Oh yeah, it's just going to cut it off, isn't it? Any thoughts? I'm aware I'm just crowdsourcing my brain out, but will 4 by 5s work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, please. Yes, please. Foggy. How do you all solve these so quickly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're thinking that to that. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it can't be that, because then if I start from this one to get the same square, that's going to go over there. So this has to go this way. But then if I go there, but then if that goes that way, it's going to touch this. So we've got to start by going that way. How did I solve the previous puzzle? 2 S's. Seven squares total and an S shape again. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the thing I'm confused about is if I was to do that here, I'm aware that that can't be right. If these two paths, if the two things even touch, have joining squares, it won't work because the two areas will then... No! Started there. Okay. That was annoying. There we go. And each circle and square is the start or corner of a shape. Oh, that's a good clue. That's a good clue. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What about that? Ah, that'll work. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Oakley McDoakley. Oh dear. That's the shape I'm tracing out. I think it has to start there actually. Where does it start? Where does it start? I've solved the puzzle. Where does it start? Let's try putting it there. Okay. Okay, it looks like it might be 4. Except it isn't there. Had a good... This one. Or one to the right of it. Yeah, is it possible? One that. There we go. That will probably work. So then I need to go up, and there is that. So now I just need to do that. Except not that. That. Ah. That was 4, 4, 4, 5. Okay, stars. So we had an area of 2 and an area of 2, and they were not the same size. So that's an area of 6 and an area of 6, but that's bad because they're the same size. So let's do that. Okay, but they're the same overall shape. Is that what it's going on? No. Okay. 4 and 4 each have a square. Let's just do that. Okay, so it doesn't mind that either. So that's something. So I think squares not being in the same field is this second rule. This first rule. Don't know what the first rule is yet. Don't touch the squares, circles, stars. Now that has satisfied both of the others. That has not satisfied that one. Let's have a look at puzzle 3. Regions of 2, and one has to be that way, one has to be that way. That's what's going on. Sorry, let's do that. Regions of 2, one has to be that way, one has to be that way. That is the rule. Squares. What's going on with squares? It's just ignoring the fact that there are squares, and we've now not hit that rule. Okay, does it have to start in a square? Not touch the squares, maybe. Okay, so when there's a square, you can... when it's a square, it's now 3, but they are reflected. Or is it rotated? Oh, what if it's rotated? I was hoping that that would work. And they're rotated. I feel like they're rotated, not that there's 2 in one direction and 1 in the other. So I think they have to be rotated this time. So I'm slightly surprised that this wasn't working. Oh, because they're not rotated. That's rotated. It is rotation. Duh! Okay, now we have 1 square. What's that 1 square doing? What's that 1 square doing? I forgot that the 2 L's would be reflected, not rotated. So it does prove that it's rotations rather than reflections. What is this 1 square doing? It is illegal, that square. Illegal. So I made that, and those are definitely rotated. And there's one star in each, but not one square in each, because there's only one square. So what does that mean? What if the square was in its own separate thing? Those are reflected. Oh, they blooming are! Okay, fine, good point. But I've touched. Darn it. Oh. Could be T's, of course. Oh no, they can't be T's. Can they be L's? Put an L there. Then it would have to go here, wouldn't it? So it would be there. There we go. Just, yeah. So no two symbols that are the same in each area. And you have to make... you have to make them all... Ooh, okay. So what's this going to be? They all have to rotate. So it's going to be L's. So if we do that... And that is that. No, that's a reflected. We will have to end there. So, no, I don't like that. Oh dear. Oh, absolutely. Hollow, yeah. So it's that, and then that, but not that, because then those two. So that. And then I want it to be that, but those two then will then touch. So it would be that. So, okay. So it's that, the middle. We'll come back to the middle. I'm one out. Where is that? So it isn't that one. Oh, so I've gone wrong here. That's very, very close aside from... I mean, surely this is symmetric, so I should be able to trace this backwards, actually, surely. And then so we got to there. Doesn't feel it somehow. So let's do that. Can't go that way. Oh no, this isn't right actually, is it? Because if I do this one like that, that's the same as this one on this L here. So one of these two has to be 90 degrees changed. So let's do that. Oh, that's a good... they could be threes. They could be threes. Absolutely, they need to be the threes. And then... And then it's just a case of me not mucking it up, isn't it? Easier said than done. So I just need to fill in. Okay. That. I've missed one. Darn. Oh no, I haven't. There. Yes! That feels very fractally, that one. Good evening, Matt Clemson. Good evening. I asked Matt, does it get any harder? And will I be able to get through 3 worlds this evening? The answer is, I'm not going to be able to get through 3 worlds this evening. It's taking longer. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Oh, they all need to be rotated. Well, good evening to you, Matt, anyway. It's lovely to hear from you as ever. These need to be... So I'm assuming these are L's. So I'm going to put one there. One there. So we've got that. Then one there. Will that work? One there. One there. One there. Oh no, that won't work because I'm left with that square in the middle. So if we put one here, then this one would have to go... Can't go there. Would have to go there. So am I not left with too many start and end points? I'd have one there, I'd have one there, and I'd have one there. So this is symmetric. About. It could. Yeah. I'm feeling like that isn't the worst idea. I'm going to ignore that one in the corner there just for now. And then come back to that. How does that work? No, those two, the two the left-hand star, middle star, they have the same shape, but I can deal with that by doing that. Breaks in a couple of ways. Those now do have different shapes, as does that. So all I have to do now is figure out how to not break the laws of physics and topology. I did wonder if the stars were the vertex of any of the L's, but I don't think they can be. This one might, actually. That one might, you know. Matt Clemson is now playing Understand. Uh-huh. Right, so at least we know what we're doing. We're trying to make 3 L shapes, 1 star in each, and they can't be the same way round. They've got to rotate. Don't think it matters which way round. This can be vertically flipped. So I'm going to put this one here. So therefore we have to start in here, and we have to do that to start off with, because otherwise we're left with stuff. So that has to go there. If we say that next, if this one went here, it would touch that. So it's got to go here, but it can't go here because there's that there. So it has to go up. So it has to go like that. So therefore it goes along there. So we need to finish in this square. But we can't because we also need to finish off these 2 squares. So is it not an L? What if it's a 2 by 1? It's going to be a 2 by 1. It's going to go through there. It's going to go through there. No, it's going to go there. So I'm going to go through there. Let's go through there. Not quite. I want you to go through there. Oh, but they have to rotate. Oh, it's but yes, that's why this star is over here, because that's going to go over there. It's a 2 by 1, isn't it, Foggy? So let's start there. I'm not liking this immediately. I mean, that's not the worst, but that's not great. So I think there's one there, and one there. So if that's the case, it's now just doing the negative space of all that. One there, one there, one there. So we're going to start there and do that. And then that, behold. No, what's wrong? Oh, don't tell me one of them's not. Oh, I've got a reflection instead of that. The two on the right, they're fine. That other one needs to go the other blooming way round. Behold the reflection. Oh, it's just so annoying. So it's the same, but instead of there, it goes there. So the same, but instead of that, it's that. Yes! I hate reflections and rotations, it turns out. 4, 6. Okay. Okay, why does that work? Oh, none. No 2 squares in the same thing. No 2 squares in the same size, I reckon. Oh, hello. Maybe not. I don't think we can touch the squares. So we have 2 squares there. Oh, this one's fun. Oh dear, Matt Clemson. Don't say that. Doesn't touch. Doesn't hit any of the rules. That hits 2. That only hits 1. So we need to have 2 regions. They need to be probably of different sizes. Oh, absolutely. I'm going to have a look at the third one in a second because I'm not spotting. There's 4 squares. And in this one, we had to separate the squares. How can we separate the squares on this one? We can't. Let's have a look at 4, 3. Need to be different sizes of Ujima flip. Then do they need to be squares as well? Because I do notice that we had a 1 and a 4. So is it squares? So that's in a 1 by 1. That's in a 2 by 2. Should they? Yeah. Okay. They need to be. No, hang on. Is it just there's got to be multiple square regions and everything. So there's a square region, there's a square region. But we've hit the squares. So okay, multiple regions. The squares appear to be irrelevant. We've got a 1 and a 4. One and a 4. The squares appear to be irrelevant. So we've got 4, 1 and 1. But it hasn't worked this time. Challenge your assumptions. thought it was maybe to do with you had to put 2 squares in a 2x2, but this one isn't beholden to that. So what did I do on this one? Didn't touch any of them. So don't touch the squares. You can't touch the squares. So if this needs to be in a square area, don't touch the squares. Gonna go on to the next one. Ah! So is it always 1s and 4s? Is that what it is? Or is it just a 1 and a 4? And there needs to be a square in both? Nope. It's always a 1 and a 4. And you haven't touched the squares. So how do we do a 1 and a 4 in this one without touching the squares? Is impossible. Is no possible. Is no square. Okay. Yeah, so this first rule, no touch either squares. That's got a 9, a 4 and a 1, so it's something to do with no 2 squares of the same size. This one has both of those have got 1 square. I was wondering maybe the squares themselves shouldn't have the same number of squares in it, but I'm thinking sort of 9, 4, 1. Maybe that will work, but of course it hasn't quite worked here because I've touched some squares. Well. Can only be a 4 and a 1 because as soon as you or a 9 and a 1 actually. Oh, but even though there's the only way to put a 9 and a 1 in is a 9 here and a 1 in that corner, and you can't actually do that. So the only thing that can go in here is a 4 and a 1. There's your 1. There's your 4. Unless it's don't end in a square. Nope, just can't touch the squares. Is there a... Okay, there's this as well. Because I could also say, well, here we've got a 4x4. Four and a 1. This one. Hint, please. Sort of, particularly with this. Because I mean, what can I do if I'm not touching the squares? That's the bit that I'm confused by. I can make a 4 and a 1 in this, dead easy, but without touching the squares, not possible. My thought is that you can separate this into two areas of specifically different sizes. Yeah, so 1, 4, 1, 4. Do they always have to be square areas? And I think they always have to be square areas as well, I would have say. Try making a 2x4 and a 1x2. So 2x4 and a 1x2. Didn't work there, but let me do it again. Sorry. Okay. Is it just different areas? It's not even anything to do with squares? Doubled size. Well, these didn't double in size, but... well, that definitely didn't double in size, but... oh, I see. A 1 became a 2, 2 became a 4. Okay. So that would work. But why hasn't that worked? Because you've got that. It's not doubled both ways. So that. That. One rectangle is double the size of the other. You can't touch the squares. One of them needs to be double the size of the other. Oh, it's such a simple rule. Such a simple rule. Okay. So... not quite that. So I think this has to be a 1x2 and a 2x4. Symmetrical. Yeah, shape does matter. It's not just 4 times the number of things in. So that does mean that I will be able to work it out. So if it's 2, 2 and 8, that means I need 2. The path will be 6 long. Can it be an L shape? So if I do that, then it would be. Then that would be the other one. Is that going to work? No, that wouldn't be the other one, would it? It would be 4. There'd be a. Yeah, I'll try that. It was worth a try. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a mathematical thing. Yeah. Oh. Quite straightforward. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking I know what I'm doing here. Darn it. Darny darn. So if I go back to that. So that's 2, and then you've got 4x4. Okay. So Can't be 2 by 2 and 4 by 4. Could it be 2 by 3, 4 by 6? No. 1 by 2. 1 by 2. 2 by 4. But it's got 2. There was indeed, yeah. Where are we going? This one's in an irritating position. This is the irritating one. So if I do that, but then that goes over there. So that's 2. Where shall I start, Catus? Where shall I start? Because I haven't spotted what the interesting shape is yet. I mean, it could be a T. Or an L. It's going to be an L. Is it going to be that? Does rotation matter? Rotation does matter. Rotation matters. Okay. Oops. So maybe that. No, it would have to. So that. No, that. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's not quite it, but it's something like that, because then this little 3 gets blocked off in here. Put the upper left 3 all in a trimino made of 2 by 2s. I was doing that, but in a silly way. I was doing that in a silly way. Yep. And then, nope. And then we're left with 1. So do I just start somewhere else? Yes, I start here. Then I can go up there. There we are. There we go. So that is a 1. That is a small L, and that is a bigger L. Right. Okay, so we've got a 1, and then a 2, and then a 4, but with an extra square. So how can I finish that properly? If I start here, that should work. Why hasn't that worked? Oh, because it's only 2 areas. Darn it! No. Yes. No, I was indeed wrong. It's only 2 areas though, isn't it? And 1 is double the other. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why didn't that work? Because it's not double in all the aspects. Yes. What if it was that, and then... So that's 4, 1, 2, 3. Yes, and then it's all of that. Okay, so I just need to do that. Why not that? Why has... Because it's reflected. So I just need to do that. No. Why not that? Why has that not worked? Is it something to do with the squares? Oh, yeah. So, just do that. Boom! Excellent. There we go. 4, 7. No touchy squaresies. Can do it the other way around as well. So what's looking at? So we've got a 1 and a 3. 1 and a 3 again, but it doesn't matter where the squares are in this instance. 1 is in both. There's 1 in this one, 1 in that one, this one, there's 2 in that one, none in that one. 1 and 3 again. Don't know why that is. I mean, that's going to absolutely break here. So, you can only really do a path, can't you? There is only just a path around this loop of squares, so it's just finding the right length and the starting point, and then going, oh, okay, that's why it worked. That's got a 2. So that's because we've got 1, 3, of which that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 versus 8. If I were to do that, so that works. That also is 2. This is also 2. That's also 2. But that is a different 2. I'm assuming that'd be the same, yeah. So that is only 1. That is 2. So that's 1 and 8. Is that, are we starting in a corner? Top right to bottom left? Starting in corners. No corners there. Darn. 1 and 3. 1 and 8. So maybe one of them always has to be 1 and the other is... I mean, that's just 2 and 2. That's just cheeky. What's going on there? That's very cheeky. Doesn't work there. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 1 and 8, but that hasn't worked. This was a square, but with a nibble off. That's a square, but with a nibble off. That's a square, but with a nibble off. Is it things that if you made them, put them together, you could make squares? If you put them together, you'd make squares. If you put them together, you'd make a square. That's what it is, isn't it? If you put them together, you'd make a square. So if I did that, but that would have to be rotated. So what about that? Squidge them together, you'd make a square. That's just bonkers. Okay. Squidge it all together, you make a square. Like that. You squidge it together, make a square. Can't be that way around this time, of course. It's just a 5 and a 4, is it? No, because of that one. So it would be there. Yeah, there we go. Push that 3 into there. You get a square. What did I... Oh, no, I went too far. Went too far. It's just the... Ah, but I can't touch the... okay. But I need a 3x3 if I do it like that, so... in a previous one, is it always 2 pieces? Is it always 2 pieces? It's always 2 pieces. So it's just 2 pieces that you can squidge together to make a square. I must have been. Now I just need to make a 3x3, but I can't make a 3x3 that... Oh, yeah. There you go. No, then, no. So if I... How does that and that? Oh, but I could make a 5x5. Could make a 5x5 if I somehow do that. Can I make a 5x5? It's got to be bigger than a 4x4, I feel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 15. So I need a 5, a 4. No, it's not quite that. Is it going to be a 5x5? So let me just do what's Hologrow talking about? Take that bend out on right. So if I do that, that gives me a 3x3, but I've got to make a 5x5. So I've got a 4x4. Oh. So if I do that, so I've got 5x5 there. 5x4 and a 1x4, but except for the fact that I also have to put that in. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're going to 1. Indicatus, indeed. So those have still got to connect. So let's say I use this, say, as the base of my 5x5. I just need to put 5 on top of it. But with the 2 squares, I still need... Oh, I need to not touch them, of course. I need to not touch them. Don't know why I thought I had to touch the squares. Where have I been, Dan? Where have I been? So in that case... Oh, that's what I was doing. I was doing the opposite. I was reversing it. So if I say that was that, then I need another 5. So if I were to do that, it would be here, these 5, wouldn't it? Except I can't touch these. So that's what I was thinking. Okay, so it needs to there needs to be a segment sort of dropped out of of the 5 by 5. Because this is, I'm sort of going to get this, so I need that to slot into whatever else is going on. Sort of, if I do that, then the other side I need, then I would need that, wouldn't I? A 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's sorted. That's sorted. That is sorted. It should just be that. Those two pieces will squidge together to make a 5 by 5 square. Yes! There we go, got there. 4, 8, 30%. This has been a hard world. I'm calling these worlds, 4, 8 is a level, and then 4, 8, 1 is a puzzle within that level. Oh my goodness, what is going on? No, don't touch that. Is it touch all the squares? Touch all the non-square squares? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Okay. Well, I can't not touch that. 4, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2. So that makes that would make a 2 by 2 square. This would make a 2 by 3 rectangle. You could sort of squidge them up to make rectangular shapes, but okay, why? So this is now one shape. 1, 2, and then 3. Are they all different? No, because those are 2 and 2. Okay. But hang on, I've always put it into 3 shapes. It's always been 3 shapes. Okay, so I need to divert. I need to split this into 3 shapes. That will be 3 shapes. No, that'll be 2 shapes. That'll be 4 shapes. How have I done that? That's 3 shapes. Why? Okay, so we've got a 4 and a 3. Does each shape always have a square in it? Each shape always has a square in it, but that can't happen here. If I need to divide it into 3 regions, at least one of them is not going to have a square. Yeah, can't touch the squares. That is the 3 region rule. That middle rule, 3 regions. Each region has a square. That's rule 3, and the first rule is that you don't touch the squares. I think the first one is don't touch the squares. So no, don't touch the squares. There are 3 regions, and that each region has a square. But it doesn't work with this one. So let's have a look at the next one. Doesn't work there either, does it? 1, 2, 3. But each region does not have a square. Oh, hang on, I can. Let's just do that, and then that. So I did touch a square. So that rule is not each region has a square, because each region does have a square in it in this one. So that is not rule 3. Okay, fair enough. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just worrying about the number of turns. That was 7, not 8, sorry. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. It doesn't... It's not unique number of... I don't like this one. Interesting. Interesting. We've obeyed that rule. Is it symmetry of some kind? There's all 5s. There's all nuns. All none. But it falls down with this one here. No shape's the same, but that falls down with this one here. Last time we had to squidge them together to make squares. Is it we squidge them together to make a rectangle? Because on this one we can squidge that in there and that becomes a rectangle. Okay. Do we think that's what it is? Because I can make a lovely square / rectangle square out of that. I can make a lovely rectangle out of that. So we have to make a rectangle. We have to be able to make the pieces make a rectangle. No, go back to that one. How about that? There are 3 regions. We haven't touched the squares, and we can make a rectangle out of all of those. So we need to solve this one. So we just need a 1 on its own. So 3 regions. Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3. 3 regions, squidge them together to make a rectangle. Don't touch the squares. Okay, I think I can see what's going on here. It's just, I need to do that round there, that goes round there, do that. That I can't do the just want another 1 and another 1. Unless, of course, it's there. If I start there, no, then I'll have to finish there immediately. So that could be a 2. Oh, we could be after a 3. Okay. So if I do, no. So we've got this here, so we know that whatever it is, it's going to be at least 3 across. Let's say that that is 1 and that is 1. No. That is definitely 1. Maybe that. So we just need to find 4 or 5. So I could do that, and I could do that. No, I can't do that. That feels like 1, and that feels like 1, but then, no, it can't be. What about 2? And then I'd need 3. Do 3. There's no rotating the pieces either. What about 2 and 2? No. Darn, I was going to say that would work. Ooh! Oh, that's so close. That's very close, but it's not quite right. Because we can put that there, but then we need another thing here. I feel like I should be able to just tweak one thing on this one. But I can't see what it is. I mean, it's absolutely not that. Oh, is it that? There we go. You put one there and you put one there. There we go. Is this going to be the final level? Okay. 3 pieces that could be squidged together to make a rectangle. So what do we think the rectangle size is going to be? Not that size, that I can guarantee. Oh, that's close. Oh, that would work. Why wouldn't that work? I've got 3 pieces. I could put this one here and I could put that one there. Why hasn't that worked? I've found another rule that hasn't worked. Okay, why? Cuckoo. Why hasn't that worked? That's rather irritating. Why? 3 pieces that squidge together to make a rectangle. You do have to move them a bit. What was your rule then, Catus? Tell us, because I'm very interested in it, because it must be only very slightly different. Two regions add to the third. Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, okay. And the squares don't necessarily also match. It's just you can't touch the squares. Okay. So, that is different. Oh, it hurts my head now. In that case, all I have to do is not touch this one, because then I'd have a 3 and a 1. So I just have to do the same again and not touch that one right at the end. Oh no, we need a 2. Yep, fair point, yep. Let's just go around there. Just have a play. Is it that? It's not that. I need a 3, which I can't get. But no, I can't. Yes. No. That. There we go. Just needed to isolate that 1. And then I've got a 4, so that's the top. There we go. Here we go. We're close to finishing this world. There's a dash world. Oh no. 4, 9. Four rules. So this second one is don't touch a square. This first one is start in a circle. Don't know what the other two are. Touch all the circles. If we just do that, I think rule 3 might be touch all the circles. Good evening, Ed. How are you today? We've got a 1 and a 2 because this level has all been about the negative space as well. So we've got a 1 and a 2. Here we've got a 6, which is half of 3. That is the same shape as that, but we've got a 1, 2 and a 2 here. Oh, I think it does say dash 1. That's just very confusing. 1 and 4. 1 and 4. Interesting. Interesting. Also the same thing. Interesting. Huh. So you can have... Okay. All the squares have to be in the same region by the looks of it. So it has to be split up into two you have to separate the regions with the circle, even though that didn't work for some of the earlier ones. Now there's only one circle. Brilliant. No, they have to be the same bit. Have to be in the same bit, but we definitely need to isolate a square somehow. How do we isolate a square somehow? Definitely haven't got all the rules on this one, but... Huh. Oh, no, that isolates the square. Never want to isolate the square. To keep the squares in the same thing, but also, wait, if you do that, then how do you can't. If you isolate that square, do that, but then you're going to keep that in there. Let's have a look at the next one, which is the final one. Oh, goodness. There's 4 circles. Now, when we had 4... No, we've not had 4 yet. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on here. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 2. 3 and 6. 2 and 4. Oh, you can end in a circle. You do not have to start in a circle. Okay. That also works, for example. But on this one, very interestingly, all of these worked. Lots of things worked on that one. So it didn't matter what was going on below, it mattered what was going on top, interestingly. I do feel like all the squares need to be in the same segment, that's fine. All the squares need to be orthogonally connected, that's fine. Do they all need to be touched? All the squares? No, that one doesn't need touching. That's a shame, because I thought I was onto something there. Ah, you're not. Hang on, is there? No, there's a 2x2 section of... So what path do I want? Let's do that as a path. So that's going to come around here and do that. No. Any thoughts out there? Because I'm not having many in here. Don't have to start in a circle, of course. Do I have to finish in a circle? No, I don't. Yeah, I don't have to start in a circle. That obeys 2 of the rules. That only obeys 1 of the rules. Oh. I'm not spotting any rules in this at all. Are you? So I've got those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 4. That's one is double the other, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 6 and 5. Is it so we were squidging things together to make shapes or things like that, so we've got a C and a that. Is it going to be, if you combine the green and this, you can make one of the others? Is that what is going on? This plus this doesn't equal that though, does it? That one, this is interesting. That obeys 3 rules. That only obeys 2. But that obeys 3. That obeys 3. This only obeys 2. That obeys 3. 3, 3, a different 3. So it must go through all the circles, is that first one. What rule is this square not happy with? It's the only square that isn't touching any of the other symbols. Has to go there. It can't go that way. Probably because of the numbers 1, 4, 1, 2, 4. Again, this second square is not a happy chappy. So close to finishing this set of worlds, and then there's not much more until we finish the world. I knew that though, didn't I? I'd solved that one. Or had I? Had I not solved that one? I don't know. I don't think I had solved that one. I bet if I do that again, but not do those bottom left two, yeah. Give me some form of hint as like the style of the hint, or is it looking, am I looking at lengths? Am I looking at shapes? Hints, please. All these squares are going to be connected. They appear to sort of not be in any 2x2. Let's go 2x2 bit there. Shapes. I mean, this path has no 2x2 bits. That has a 2x2 bit. Okay. Left, right, left, right. No, you're not always alternating direction. I'm going to need more of a hint, I'm afraid. Well, that's not 3 for a start. Shapes and shapes. Squares are at the end there, but they're not. They're in the middle in other ones. A pair of scissors would be a useful tool. Oh, don't get me started on a pair of scissors. It's not half and half because this one, is it that one? This one, it didn't matter what I did at the end. As long as I do that. Can't do that, need to have... Any more hints? Question mark. So that works as well. That doesn't. Nor does that. But that does. So we've got this and this. It's something to do with symmetry in some way. So this is symmetric. But that's at one end. That's at one end. But we've got a 4. Something that you can split in the middle. You can split that into. You could split that into that and that. Oh, you could split that into that and that. You can split this into 2 regions that are the same. You can split into 2 regions that are exactly the same. So you can split that into that and that. This you can split into that and that. That's what the rule is. So this you can split into this L and that L. This you can split into that L and that L. Okay. So we need to be able to split this into 2 regions that are exactly the same. There we go. Thank you for the nudging. So what am I thinking? Something like that? Nah. Something like that? Something like that? No, because then that one won't get in. Something like that with this as well. Yes. No. I was thinking maybe that pentomino, because you could have that one there, of course, but then we've isolated this into two different regions that we can't trace out. But what about no, that's the same region. But that suffers from the same problem. So it's got to be some form of weird S shape. It's not that. So if we had an L here, yeah, that would work. And then there, but again with no, because this we would need to block that off. So so I need to go through all the circles. So let's start just having a play. Can I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? So we definitely know that won't work. Will that work? No. No. But this is the right sort of thing to do now, isn't it? It's to have play. What about that? That's very close to working, but very far away. Excuse me. Save us from the Matt Clemson. So hoping to get through 3 worlds tonight. Once I finish World 4, that will be it for the evening. Neil, give us a hint, Neil. What if I start there instead? Neil, you can't say that and then tease. What a tease! What a tease! Because we have to go through here. Squares do have to be part of the same region. L tetrads. Hey, Aiden. So sort of that. And where's the other one going to go? What about that? What about that? Where can you start? Sort of around the edge, or possibly sort of like here. There. And then there. And then there. But we can't split it into 3. We have to split it into 2 regions that are exactly the same. So what we're trying to do is this is an L and this is an L. We've got to split up the region containing the squares exactly using one snip. I'm playing Spot the L. So if I put that through there, that can't go anywhere. That one can't fit in any of them because we can't start from 2, 2, going down and around. Ah, yes. There we go. That's not an L. That's an upside down L. I was trying to make an L, like a proper letter L. But anyway, that will work. That will work. There we go. There's your snip. Woo! Nearly there for the evening. 4:10, and then the exciting 4 question mark, which will ruin all of our assumptions. Don't touch the squares. That also works. That does not work. That does not work. That does not work. That almost works. Start in a circle is this first rule. Don't touch the squares is going to be this second rule. So it's rules 3 and 4 that we need to find. That works. That doesn't. That does. As does that. But not that. So I think maybe just 2 regions, maybe? Interesting. It's something to do with symmetry, isn't it? Something to do with symmetry. Something to do with symmetry. Hello, Aidan. Something to do with symmetry. Don't touch the squares. Okay, not spotting that one at all. Intriguing. I've got an idea. If we snip along there, then we have 2 regions that, if you rotate them, are the same. Which, for this one, that and that, that and that. So you don't have to start in a circle, you just have to hit all the circles. Okay, so it's that and that. 2 regions which, if you rotate them, are the same. But I don't know what I guess it would be that for that. If I do that... I don't know on that one though. It doesn't quite fit that one. If I do that. Interesting. A literal twist. No, reflection versus rotation again, isn't it? I'm good at that. So... Can't cut off that one. That's rotation versus reflection, isn't it? That's very irritating. Have to go through that anyway. I am. Oh, it's just it's that, isn't it? Just that. Does each one have to contain a square? I think each one, when you snip it, also has to contain a square. Yeah, I think that's a bonus part of the rule. I really did overcomplicate that one. Does that work as well? No, it doesn't. Okay. Okay, snip along there and there. That'll go there then, for two L shapes. But not that time. It'll be the two sort of the peggy pieces in Tetrominoes. I'm sure there's a particular thing in that. Okay. Yeah, that's not too difficult. Could also do that. No? Okay. I was right then. Okay, well, I'm going to take that. There we go, because you just snip there and you snip there. And rotationally, it all works. Nearly there. Nearly there. It's time for the question mark level. Things, assumptions may get tested now. But this is it for the evening once we solve this. Here we go. Okay. We're touching the squares now. So it's got to start in a circle, end in a square, and then there's two more rules, one of which is don't touch the triangle. So that's what these three are. No idea what this other rule is yet, though. I mean, who knows what this rule is going to be? We've given nothing to go on so far. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. I will do a quick check that we can't go outside the grid or click on any of these, because that was very cheeky. That has been done in the past. Okay, not spotting what's going on here, but we will. Whoops, we need to end in that. I mean, something weird has got to be going on. Something very weird. This is far too sane. I'm trying sane things. Whatever it is not going to be sane. Oh. You're right. It was right earlier. What is going... Oh, no. Okay, so there's the insanity that's starting to go on. So somehow the first level has gone from being completely correct to 3 out of 4. What if it's none of the things need to be consistent? What if I can't use that route now in any of the others? So I now need to go around, which I could just do there. And then I can just go round here for that one. In fact, yeah, can I do that? Yeah. And then I go round, although I am going round in my opinion. Yeah, yeah. One screen is affecting all the others, isn't it, in some way? Let's do that then. So let's get you round there. Let's get you up to the top there, actually. I think you just have to not touch anything that anything else has done. But why is this in the region that we've just done, which was in the world that we've just done, which is all to do with you know, the shapes that you were making. Why it needs to sort of fit in that theme. This is something has gone very wonky. I want that just to go across there, but then that will just touch there. They did, Kate. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely they did. That's because I haven't touched that. So none of them are correct at the moment. Oh dear. That's not what I want. Don't play with that one because I don't know what rules I've got going on. Let's do you up and to the left. You were correct. Now, why are you not correct? I'm going to push you around the edge so that you can go around and do that. I feel like it's a case of none of them need to touch each other across the 5 levels or something like that. Which seems like a reasonable thought. Okay, so let's sort of delete things. And then maybe we'll get stuff going on in the first level. No, you've still got 3. You've still got 3. Do I have to start in the circle? Yes, I do. Have to start in the circle and end in the square. Still only 3. Oh no! What? I don't see the mechanic at all. It was about shapes. It was about shapes. Start drawing and right click puts it back to what it was, interestingly enough. Ah, right click, just right click it and you get an empty grid. Okay. And a very pleasing ding. So now that works. So now we're at all 4. As soon as I do that, I was wondering if maybe you had to draw over it. Let's undo that and just do that. Aha. Is it literally deleting? Is that it? But they're not all done now. But that's interesting. So it implies that, you know, one grid's lines will affect the others. That's what it's telling us. Do like the ding. So if I just do that, it ruins that. If I just do that, no, it still ruins that. But now we're back up to 4. So if there's nothing in any of the others, it loves it. No. Go for it, Matt Clemson. Suggest something that I should do that will hopefully help me towards the path of enlightenment. A lovely ding. Oops. Okay, grid 2 seems to like whatever the 4th light is. Will it? Does it do the same for grid 1? Yeah, grid 1's pretty easy as well to get the 4th light to come on. With grid 1 complete. Oh, hello, Stifler83. Good evening, hope you're doing well. I'm currently rather puzzled. I am playing, what am I playing? I've lost the plot completely. I'm playing Understand. And what I'm trying to do at the moment, you've got to, this level, you have to connect the circle to the square. That means this rule is, so these all represent rules. This is start the rule, start the circle, start the path with a circle. This rule, end the rule, words. End the path on a square. And then there's 2, this 3rd one is don't touch the triangles. And then this 4th one is just trying to understand it. The grids, so we're on an extra special tricky level at the moment, and the grids affect each other. So if I get rid of this, at the moment, this obeys all 4 rules. Starts in a circle, ends in a square, does not touch the triangles, and whatever this mystery 4th rule is. As soon as I do something over here, it reduces this to 3. Whatever this mystery rule is, it's reduced to 3. So, good evening, Puzzle Stiffy. Hope you're doing well tonight. So I've just got to understand. That's all I've got to do. And I'm currently just sort of playing around. And at some point, this 4th light is going to pop on. And then I'm going to start wondering why it popped on. And I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Oh, the room 4 is lovely. Hang on, which one was the room 4? Was that the one with all the different rooms? Or was that room 3? Which one was the room 4? Old Sins. Was that the one with the weird cabinet? Hang on, they've all got the doll's house. Yes. Oh, bit creepy, but I do enjoy that game. So Kater says I can't even do it. Okay, so let's try number 3. Well, that's not worked. That's not worked. So don't touch the triangle. Don't touch the triangle. Gonna go around here. I do have to start at the circle in this one. Sometimes it lets you even go outside of the grid. It can be very mean. The light for on 2 grids, not necessarily grids 1 and 2. Come on, light number 4. Come on, light number 4. Your time is up. You are missing, presumed dead, light number 4. So I'm waiting for this to light up. And it blooming isn't. So I don't really know what's going on. So, grid number 1, it's fine. So that's what I'm doing. Clear all. I've cleared them all. Solve for 1. Is it going to work if I do that? I'll do that. And then get rule 4 in another. I mean, it must be very boring watching. Let me tell a joke. No, I don't know any jokes. Used up my last joke in 2007. Very sad day it was when I used it all up. What if I do that? And I do the same, or at least I do that. I was wondering if overwriting, sort of, I can only take paths that I've already taken, but it's not quite that. Did it? So I've done that. Gives me 3. But then that's not what I meant to do. So if I do that, then why does this not do that either? So if it was the same path but rotated. Whoops. That gave me a 4th light as well. Why is that giving me a 4th light? It's all giving me lights. Oh, I've done the final one. That's the... so that's the same path. The same... Shapes. It's a square. Oh, so it's a square. Oh, so it's rotated. If I do that and then I do that, it's rotated. So I have to do the same shape in all 5 of the things. And there can't be one there. There can't be one... so it can't be one there. 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 So it can't be one there, there, or there. Is that right? There, there, there. Okay. So... will that path work for all 5? No, because I need one there. Oh, yeah. I happen to have pencil and paper because I'm going to have to jot down the positions now of all of them, aren't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, I do love a good logic puzzle. So in this first one, we start there and finish there. In the second one, we start in the same place but finish here. Third one, we start here and finish here. Number 4, we start in the left there and end up in the bottom, top right. And in the 5th one, 5th there and end there. So they're all actually in the top half, but we cannot go there, or indeed, was it that top one or was it that one? Top right one. Okay. Okay. So I feel like we just need to visit everything that we can visit. This one needs a visit. So let's start with this one. I could just go round there, and there, through there, and then that. I feel like that is the winning formula. It may be these two instead. Might be these two. Or it might even be that. In fact, let's do that. So now I just need to have the same overall path, i.e. not this square and not this L for everything. So if I were to do that again, so not that L, okay. We'll have to go, and not that L, and then that. That should work. Not that L, not that top right. So not that top right, not that L. And there we go. Not in the top right, not in that L. Okay, that's 3 that's done. I'm going to just do this and get rid of this. Hopefully, good. Those are all, we've all obeyed the 4th rule. Good. Start here. No, I have to go down first and then around. And then to there. Nothing in the top right. Nothing in that bottom L. It's looking promising, isn't it? Okay. Yep. No, I can go in that top one. Can't do it. Yep. And then there we go. Nothing in the bottom left L. Nothing in the top right. Yes! Chivo. Oh, that was quite satisfying. Now that I know that mechanic, that was actually quite a satisfying puzzle. Did enjoy that. So that has taken us to the end of World 4. So last time we did Worlds 1 to 3. This time we only did World 4. Good luck to us solving the other 8 levels. There's 8 levels.